guys, my name's Jenna and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. So today I created this look right here using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, which I absolutely love. It really is so great. This is just more of like a sunset look and I really love the way that it turned out. I hope you guys like it too. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then you guys should just keep watching. So first I'm going to be going into this yellowy orange shade, and this is going to act as my transition color. I'm just using a big fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm going to build this up pretty well because I want this to peek through. Next I'm going to be going into this orange shade, and I'm just going to take this on another big fluffy brush, but that's just a little bit smaller, and I'm just focusing this a little bit lower than the first shade. Now I'm just going to be going back into that first shade I used with that same brush, and I'm just going to be blending out any harsh edges because I want this to be a really nice fade, and so I'm just going to be blending a lot during this look. So now I'm going to be going into this red shade that's really pretty and vibrant, and I'm just going to be doing the same thing that I did before. I'm taking this on my Elizabeth Mott blending brush, which is just a little bit smaller, and I'm just putting this a little bit below the orange color in my crease as well. And I'm focusing a little bit more on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to be going back into that orange shade and just blending it out using that same brush that I used the first time, just so that I can have a nice fade like I said before. And here I go back into the yellow shade and I'm just doing the exact same thing. I'm going to be doing a lot of back and forth just so there's a nice gradient of color. So here I'm just doing that exact same thing. I'm taking that orange shade again and I'm just blending everything out so that there's no harsh lines. Now I'm just going to be taking this deeper red shade, which has a little bit of purpley tones in it, and I'm going to be taking my Morphe pencil brush and I'm just going to be putting this on the outer corner and focusing it a little bit lower in my crease. And I'm not really blending out this color right now, I'm kind of just putting it where I want it to be, because now I'm going to take this even darker purple shade and I'm going to take it on an even smaller Morphe pencil brush, and I'm just deepening out the outer V and just giving a little bit more definition. And now I'm going to go back into that other purple shade and I'm just going to try to blend that out. So here I'm basically just continuing to blend so that I can diffuse all the harsh lines. Now I'm going back into that red shade and I'm just blending, and I'm going to be going into the lighter shades as well. I basically just went from the deepest shades now to the lighter shades so that I don't lose any of the colors and so that I can have a really nice fade. Now I'm going to be taking this pink shimmer shade, which I think is one of my favorite shades in the palette because it has a really nice gold reflect to it. I'm just taking a really flat shader brush from Morphe and I'm just kind of putting this all over my lid without it being wet so that I can make a line. And here I just sprayed it with some setting spray and I'm just really going to go in so that it's really vibrant and bright, and I'm basically just putting this all over the first half of my lid and then fading it into that purple right there. And now I'm taking this pink shimmer shade, which is really similar to the first one, and I'm just putting this on my inner corner just so that the center of my lid really pops, and I just wanted a little bit more definition. So right here I'm just taking the dark purple shade and I'm just deepening up the V because I feel like I lost a little bit of it, and here I'm just going to be blending the exact same way I was doing before, starting with the deeper shades and then going to the lighter shades just so I can keep that really nice gradient of color and make sure that there's a really nice fade. Now I'm just going in with a clean blending brush and I'm just going to be diffusing all of those harsh lines. I didn't want to put any more product on, I just wanted the lines to be very faded into the next color. So I'm just going to continue with back and forth between putting in a little bit more color and then blending it out using the clean blending brush. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my eyes in just a little bit, but right now I'm priming my face using the No Problem Primer by Touch in Soul, and I really like this primer. I'm just dotting it all over my face and rubbing it in for a nice good base. And now for foundation, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation in the shade Soft Ivory, and I'm just putting this all over my face, and I'm just going to be patting it out using my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be going into the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm just going to be putting this underneath my eyes and then all the high points of my face, so on my chin, on the bridge of my nose. I'm going to be putting a little bit in my smile lines just so they don't crease as bad, and then I'm just going to be blending that out using my Beauty Blender as well. Now I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in the shade 001 Transparent, and using my Real Techniques setting brush, I'm just going to be setting underneath my eyes and then all of the places that are a little bit harder to get at. And now I'm just going to be using that same powder and a bigger fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to be patting this into my skin just to set down that foundation and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Now I'm going to be taking this butter bronzer, which is freaking amazing, and I'm going to be using a Real Techniques contour brush just to contour up my cheeks a little bit. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer in Park Avenue Princess, and this was the first time I used it. I do really like it, but I did go in a little bit heavy, so I'm going to try it out again. But I'm going to be linking all the products down below in case you guys want to try them out for yourself and you didn't get them in this video, because I know I'm talking super fast. And so now for blush, I'm going to be using the Essence Blush Up Powder Blush in the shade Heat Wave, and I really like this blush because it was like a gradient, just like my eyes. It went from pink to orange, so I just thought that it tied everything together really well. And now to highlight my face, I'm going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I picked that shade right there because it had a really nice gold reflect, but it wasn't showing up as much as I wanted it to. So I went back into the first shade in the palette, and I used that with a little bit of a denser brush, and I really liked the way that turned out. And then I used that same shade to highlight the rest of my face. So I used it on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and I forgot to film this, but I also put it underneath my brow bone just to highlight there. And then I put a little bit on my cupid's bow and a little bit on my chin. For my lips, I went in with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Bear to Comment, and I just lined my lips. I filled them in with this as well, and I really liked this shade because I felt like it tied the whole look together. But then I also went in with the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer in the shade Natural, just to give my lips a little bit of a shine and just so that the lip liner wasn't too vibrant. Now to finish off my eyes, I'm basically going to be doing the same thing on my lower lash line that I did on my lid. So I'm starting out with that lightest shade, and I'm just buffing that onto my lower lash line, and then I'm taking the orange shade and I'm focusing it a little bit closer to my lower lash line, but still a little bit further down. And I'm going to be going back into that yellow shade and just blending the harsh lines out, just like I did before. I don't want there to be any harsh edges. And now I'm just taking that red shade and I'm focusing that even closer to my lash line. And now I'm just going to be going into that darker purple shade, and I'm going to be using that pencil brush and just deepening up my lower lash line, and then I'm just going to be blending it all out using that first yellow shade. And now I'm just going into that highlighting shade that I used and highlighting my inner corners just to open them up a little bit. And now I'm just going to be curling my lashes, and for mascara I used the Essence Lash Princess Mascara to coat my upper lashes, and I used the NYX Doll Eye Mascara to coat my lower lashes, and then I just popped on some lashes from Ardell, and that was it. Okay guys, this is the final look using my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I really like the way that it turned out, and I hope you guys like it just as much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel so that you guys can stay updated. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'll definitely do more tutorials using the Jaclyn Hill palette. So if you guys want that, just leave me a comment down below and I will definitely do that. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in my next video. Bye!